Hi, my name is Kathren Froeba. I am 19 years old. I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm an art major and a sophomore at Northwestern State University. This is my introductory speech. Would you rather have good things or interesting things happen to you? I was recently asked this question, and it got me thinking. I've come to the conclusion that in most people's lives, they have either good things or interesting things happen to them. I'm one of those people that throughout my life, I've had a lot of interesting things happen to me. For example, when I was 11 years old, I was at my grandparents' house with my sister and we were horseplaying in the living room. I tripped and fell headfirst into the door. I managed to dent the door with my forehead. I guess my parents were right all those times that they called me hard-headed. So, I was taken to the emergency room to make sure that my head was fine. Turns out that I had just broken my pinky. So I had to wear a big metal splint on my pinky for about 2 weeks afterwards. A few months after that, I was at a New Year's Eve party and we were doing fireworks in the street. I decided that I wanted to set off some firecrackers, but a car had started to come down the street. So I picked up what seemed to be unlit firecrackers and went and stood on the curb to wait for the car. I heard and then felt the firecrackers go off in my hand. I ran inside, passing my cousin, who exclaims, "What idiot threw firecrackers in the grass?" What he didn't know is that I probably almost blew up my hand. Even recently, I've had a lot of bad luck, even in high school. Specifically my senior year, the first half of the year, I had really bad luck with dances. Bad things happened the day after for both the dances. The first one, my boyfriend broke up with me the next day. The second one, my date just stopped talking to me the next day. But luckily, nothing too bad really happened until I started going to college. I decided to go to a college that's 4.5 hours away. I don't come home often, but when I do, I always seem to have some crazy new story to tell. Specifically, there's one where me and my friends were playing volleyball one day, and the volleyball ended up going over the fence and into a ditch. The ditch didn't seem to have water in it, so I volunteered to go into the ditch. I got so close to the ball until I slipped and I ended up nearly knee deep in what I can only guess was mud. And when I finally got my foot out of the mud, it did not have a shoe on it. My flip-flop got stuck in the mud, and when I pulled it out, it broke. So I had to get the ball, climb out of the ditch, go around the fence, through a building, to go find a hose while barefoot and full of mud. That was an adventure. What also seems to be really bad luck for me? Cars. In the past 2 years, I've gotten 5 tickets, lost the side view mirror of my car, and had someone run into the back of it. All but one of those tickets was in one car. Needless to say, my car insurance is through the roof. Some of these mishaps seem to be of my own demise, but some of them seem to be just bad luck. Maybe if there was some way that I could possibly make better decisions, I might have less interesting things and more good things happen to me. But then, would my life be boring? All that aside, I should probably still learn to abide by traffic laws a little bit better. Either way, until I change my ways, I will just seem to have a lot of interesting things happen to me. As my mom always says, if it wasn't for bad luck, I would not have any at all.
Yay!